Good afternoon from the National Weather Service office in Lake Charles. I'm meteorologist Donald Jones, and this is your afternoon weather briefing update as of 4 p.m. for Invest 99L, which over the last few hours has become considerably weaker, even more so than it was earlier. Let's start by taking a look at the visible satellite imagery this afternoon. And as you can see, there's very little left in the way of even cloud cover associated with 99L. A few showers and thunderstorms developing over Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and a little bit of a mid-level swirl you can see there just north of Haiti. That may be some kind of center of circulation trying to form, but Hurricane Hunter aircraft were out in the storm this morning and could not find a center of circulation, which indicates to us that the circulation you see there is more likely several thousand feet in the air. In order to have a proper tropical system, the circulation must reach the surface. Now, it is possible that that circulation could work its way down to the surface over the next 12 to 24 hours, but the system as a whole is in a pretty unfavorable environment for development. One of the things continuing to inhibit development is the dry air on the western side of the storm. You can see that here on the water vapor imagery designated by the browns and the blacks. This dry air is often pulled into the storm and can evaporate moisture that would be used for intensification. Another issue this storm has been having over the last couple of days is significant wind shear. You often hear the term wind shear associated with tropical systems, and basically what that means, that wind in the middle and upper parts of the atmosphere are blowing across the storm and essentially tearing apart any thunderstorms that have the potential to develop. You can see here that 99L is sitting right in the middle of some very strong wind shear. You can see that denoted by the red lines there. And it's going to continue to sit into this area through tonight and probably into tomorrow as well. Now, as we get into tomorrow afternoon and into the weekend, 99L will move into a more favorable environment where wind shear is lower and that dry air will no longer be in place. In addition, sea surface temperatures are plenty warm enough for significant tropical development, with temperatures in the low to mid 80s across the entire Bahama Caribbean area, and even warmer once the storm gets into the Gulf of Mexico. So while the storm doesn't look like much right now, we're going to have to continue to monitor it carefully as it could intensify over the next couple of days. This is the latest tropical weather outlook as issued by the National Hurricane Center, showing the probable storm location over the next 5 days. And as you can see from the areas highlighted in red, the center of circulation, if there ever becomes one, could move anywhere from the northern coast of Cuba all the way up to the eastern panhandle of Florida. So still a very wide margin of error, and that's primarily due to the lack of that center of circulation. A lot of the computer models still have not really latched on to a good track for this storm due to that lack of circulation. Whatever the storm becomes, it's going to be pushed westward over the next few days by an area of high pressure that's currently centered over the central and eastern Gulf Coast, and you can see that there denoted by the bright and darker reds. Now, the big question is that this high pressure area is going to start moving to the east over the next couple of days. And the question is going to be how far east this high pressure moves as the storm moves towards the Florida coast. 99L, or whatever it becomes, is going to work its way around the western edge of this high pressure area, and depending on exactly where that is located is going to largely influence where the storm ultimately winds up. So again, as we get into next week, there is still very high uncertainty as to where this storm is going to eventually end up. If the storm strengthens and does develop a center of circulation, models will come into better agreement on the eventual track of the storm. However, if the storm stays weak and just remains a tropical wave, neither one of these outcomes could be correct, and the storm could just continue westward through the Gulf of Mexico and into southern Texas. So still a lot of questions left to be answered, but we still have some time yet to see how this storm will play out, and I don't anticipate any significant development this evening or tonight. Taking a look a little bit closer to home this afternoon, though, we do have an upper-level disturbance moving across our area, and that's resulting in some scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is not related to 99L, but is still not doing any favors for the Acadiana area, who certainly doesn't need any additional rainfall. Those areas could pick up another ½ inch up to an inch today, and taking a look at the rest of the week into the weekend, we'll continue to see high rain chances each day, with showers and thunderstorms capable of producing up to an inch of rain widespread and up to 2 to 4 inches locally, depending on how storms set up. So to summarize, 99L is weaker now than it was this morning and remains highly disorganized. Hurricane hunters went out this morning but still could not find a center of circulation, and in fact they found winds even weaker than they found yesterday. So a very disorganized system And we don't expect much intensification or really any change as we go through the night tonight. Now, because there is no center of circulation, again, computer models do not have a good handle on the eventual track of 99L at this time. So it's important to continue to stay up to date on this situation. And of course, as we've been mentioning for the last couple of days, be careful about where you get your weather information. We will continue these briefings as long as the threat remains, and our next briefing will be tomorrow morning. And Hurricane Hunter aircraft will once again be out in the storm tomorrow morning to determine if a center of circulation has developed or if the storm has intensified in. So have a great evening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.